Hey there, everybody. We're transplanting some things. Um, for the past few years, I've been collecting pots from landscapers and gardening centers and things. And every time we had family out, they would go, "Do you have enough pots yet?" And I finally have an answer for them. No, I don't. I ran out yesterday, and so I had to run out yesterday and actually go grab more pots. And so we visited a few more nurseries. And I managed to luck into a huge stack of exactly the size I was looking for, which are 2.5 gallon pots with no branding aside from the nursery tags that were stuck on them. But we were able to remove those rather quickly. So we had to go through a disinfection process for those pots. So I figured I'd show you guys what we do, how we take care of it, and then I'll show you what it is that we're transplanting. So yeah, stick around. So this right here is our 50-gallon barrel. You can see a repurposed old window casing on top. This is to focus the sunlight. We're still not quite at high noon, but this is on our southwest facing slope heading back towards the woods. So this spot will get full sun all day, and as this heats up, the water inside will heat to a certain temperature. I'm going to leave this here for a few days. Today is supposed to be much cooler, but so it's literally just a bucket. We use Simple Green, which according to their MSDS only requires a temperature of 105 to 109 degrees for a few hours to start catalyzing the cleaning agents and rendering them inert. And so we have this window on top to focus some of the solar energy in. It does need to get cleaned a little bit. And so we have this on there. As it heats up and cools down, the cleaning agent will break down and oxidize and catalyze into more and further inert components, and then it will be safe to release to the lawn, or if I wanted to, I could wee-wah it all the way back up there where the wood chip pile is, where the trucks dump, because then it could sit in the wood pile and oxidize further. And that base pile of wood chips is unlikely to be disturbed too much, and that will have the capacity to hold the chemicals that don't break down, and then if they do get put into a compost pile, then the heat itself will further break down those components, and it won't affect my plants. So that's our process for this. It's how we sterilize and things. We put the pots into this with our little bubbler bucket that I have for when we're doing our propagation station. And so we put the pots to be cleaned atop that, and then we run air through it to bubble all of the surfactant agents and cleaning agents, disinfecting agents, antibacterials up and through the pots. The bubbles carry away any dirt, debris, beads that were left behind, or anything like that. And then we just drain the pots a little bit, let them air dry and sun dry, and then we start transplanting in. So let me show you what that looks like. So here we have my little blue bucket. It's a 5-gallon bucket that was holding approximately 60 of these Hakuro Nishiki willow cuttings. And so what we've done is just kind of spilled it out, and you can see all of the soil roots that are starting to come out. And so we're being super gentle with these, but what we're doing is just very quickly putting a little bit of our wood chip down into each of the pots, and then we're filling with some of the bag soil still. You can see we've made some considerable progress. We have Monarda fistulosa in pots. There's about 63 of those right there, and they do look a little sad, but they were transplanted yesterday. And those 63 Monarda cuttings all came from 2 square feet on the side of the house. and this is part of routine maintenance that prevents the whole section of garden from getting powdery mildew quite as quickly. We have those guys, and then we have our as so far set of willow cuttings. And so it's just some of this old wood chip that we had. This is 2 or 3 years aged wood chip, and that goes into the bottom few inches of these 2.5 gallon pots. And then we backfill with some soil from the bagged soil with a handy little 2.5 gallon pot that we salvaged from a local bakery. And then we put in our cuttings. And so that's how we're going about this. These cuttings and transplants will sit probably for a week or two before we bring them to market, just to get them a little bit more acclimated and grown out into the new soil. And yeah, this is what my morning chores generally look like after the animals have been taken care of. It's mostly transplanting or trying to set up new gardens with some of this soil. So this is what we're up to this Saturday, and I hope you all are enjoying some gorgeous weather, some clear skies, some gentle temperatures, and the occasional sounds of baby chickens being surprised by something. Till next time, thanks for watching. Happy planting.